And at this point, I would like to welcome our Acting Environmental Services Manager, Derek Crutchfield, for his presentation about Beautify Vallejo Day that's coming up March 26th. Derek, the floor is yours. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Shelley. I'm Derek Crutchfield. I'm the Acting Environmental Services Manager for the City of Vallejo, and was formerly the staff liaison to the Beautification Commission. The City Council adopted Beautify Vallejo Day as the first Saturday after the first day of spring. And so I reached out to Shelley. Of course, when the pandemic hit, we couldn't have an event. And subsequently, I was no longer part of the Beautification Commission. And so I reached out to Shelley to see if the Beautification Commission was going to hold a Beautify Vallejo Day cleanup this year. And we had 2 successful cleanups. The first year we had approximately 35 people come out, and the following year, where we did a cleanup. The first cleanup was down at the marina. We cleaned up the marina area. We fed everyone lunch afterwards, and it was a good first event. The second event that we held was we did Sonoma Boulevard all the way down. We started at the Walmart, in the parking lot of the Walmart, right there. We did all the way down Sonoma Boulevard up to Tennessee. And then we did all the blocks in between Tennessee and Couch and Broadway. And so we had approximately, I want to say we had close to about 100 people come out on the second attempt. We started out with 35, and we had close to 100, maybe 120 people come out for the second event. And it was a lot of work. The second event was a huge success as well. We had several partners. We had Recology Vallejo. The Salvation Army prepared all the food for everyone. They did that free of charge. Walmart allowed us to be in their parking lot. We had several church groups, several other nonprofit organizations that came out and helped. And we just had a really, really good turnout. And subsequently, the following year, we had a pandemic, so we weren't able to host our event. So I was wondering if the Beautification Commission was considering a cleanup again this year. If you guys were considering doing a cleanup for Beautify Vallejo Day, then you probably want to get started as soon as possible, and I'd be willing to help out. Now, please keep in mind that Beautify Vallejo Day, when I was the staff liaison, a lot of people were really they were wanting to do more beautifying events as opposed to a cleanup. And I understood that. It's just that the cleanups were such a successful event. We did have a lot of people come out, and I did see litter cleanup as beautifying Vallejo. But people also wanted to think about planting flowers and cleaning up gardens and doing something that was more aesthetically pleasing other than picking up trash. But we are in an unprecedented time right now. When you think about some of the challenges that we face with the homeless, the things the way they are, the trash and the illegal dumping, that it would be nice if we could think about taking an area of Vallejo that has been hard hit and consider cleaning up. When people would come out to clean up, we asked them, please don't mess with any homeless encampments. If there was any hazardous waste, we asked them to plant a flag and to call me, and I would make sure that it get picked up by the proper staff person, and that we didn't want anyone to be in harm's way. Safety was our utmost importance with these cleanups. The cleanups, again, were a huge success. And so I was wondering what you all thought about doing something around Beautify Vallejo Day, and if there was something that I could do to possibly help. And so pretty much that's where I am, and that's what I have. I just kind of wanted to get a feel for what the commission was thinking this year as far as Beautify Vallejo Day. It's coming, and it comes fast. At the time also, when I was on the commission, or when I was staff liaison, we had a full commission. We had seven people, so that makes a lot. And we were able to share the work, and you know, we made separate committees. People were dedicated to doing certain things in certain tasks, and we spread the work out between all the commissioners, and it went really, really well. So I don't have a long presentation, just kind of wanted to get a feel for what the commission was thinking this year as far as Beautify Vallejo Day, and if it was on your radar. And that's all I pretty much have. Does anyone have any questions for me?
Hi, Derek. This is Sheila.
Hi, Sheila.
Just wanted to clarify. So that first year was, if I caught you correctly, was 2018, and then the second year was 2019?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that. I would think that my only two things that kind of concern me a little bit is the fact that we kind of still are in a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And like you mentioned, we are short on members, and like March 26th is really, really close, you know.
Right.
So just the organization of it all, I don't know if we would, you know, have enough time to really have an event as huge as what you described in 2019. I know that we have been having people volunteer doing other cleanup initiatives over the, you know, pretty much monthly.
Right.
And so I wonder if maybe we could coordinate those together so that we could at least acknowledge Beautify Vallejo Day.
And by all means, you know, that it doesn't have to be a cleanup. That's what the commissioners did when I was staff liaison. It doesn't have to be a cleanup. If you guys decided you want to get together and go down to the waterfront and replant the planters down on the waterfront, you know, that was one of the commissioners' ideas, is she wanted plants in those planters, and we put plants in, we had water drainage, and the lines got cut. So I don't know what the status of those planters are down there. So I don't want you guys to think that Beautify Vallejo Day has to be about a cleanup. It was definitely one of our most attended and high profile events that we did far as the commission. So I don't know if you had a planning session and you guys, that was something else we did, is that each year we would have a planning session and we would outline some of the things and some of the projects that we would like to do and things that we would like to see happen. And so based off of what our goals were far as for the year, you know, we had some idea where we would like to go, and some of the things that we would like to do, some of the projects that we would like to, you know, have done.
So I'd like to offer this as a suggestion. On March 26th, which is the Beautify Vallejo Day, we already have a cleanup group, a big clean, being organized by Visit Vallejo and Film Mare Island.
Okay.
Chosen a location. So it would be really easy to partner with that group who's already organizing. And I'm sure that we would get a rather large turnout for the event based off of what they've done in the past.
Okay.
We could also look at maybe just doing some seed planting or things like that. I don't know, but.
Well, I would like to add that if you guys decide to partner with the group, then please, you know, get it out there, maybe run some ads, come up with an ad, join us for Beautify Vallejo Day. We'll be cleaning up in conjunction, you know, and partnering with whatever group you already have. I think it's really worth it to get the Beautification Commission out there and people know that that's what you guys do, that you guys are about beautifying the community. That's what you guys want to do. So I make it, see if you can work it so that both, you know, it serves both functions. You know what I mean? And that's what I would add.
Sheila, can you repeat who the people involved are on Mare Island?
Oh, it's Visit Vallejo and Film Mare Island, Mark Walter.
Right.
Film, FILM?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this will be their third event.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So I would just like I said, I would just try to work with them to see if they would, it would probably be well for them also to call it a Beautify Vallejo Day cleanup. They probably wouldn't have a problem with that. And you guys would be partnering, the Beautification Commission would be partnering with these two groups to host the Beautify Vallejo Day cleanup, since it's already, and you guys would, I mean, I think that would be a great idea, Shelley.
I can definitely put the commission in touch with the organizers if someone has capacity to run with that. Otherwise, I can help with all of the coordination of those things. And Derek, if you could, if you've got an outline of how you did things last time that you could shoot over to me, that would be really helpful.
Okay.
But I think we've got a lot of momentum going for this type of thing. And if we want to add in a planting of some sort, finding the resources to do that will be something I can work on.
So your commission, the Beautification Commission has a budget of $400 a year, unless that's increased. Unless that's decreased. I know that was what it was, and I know that $400 doesn't go a long ways. But when we talk about doing something, there are oftentimes that other city departments and or organizations might be willing to donate some in-kind service or in-kind things. And so, you know, that's something to think about as well. You don't have to always come out of pocket for everything, so to speak, or pay. You know, there's a lot of people willing to partner, and you have a couple of months. So if we start getting it out there and start making those contacts, you know, you may be able to get some assistance.
Yeah, I have no doubt. Rick, you have a question?
Yeah, in regards to what Derek said about the waterfront planters, I think that could be an easy thing to do if without planting, because those things need lots of weeding. And, you know, the CCRC does the Georgia planters, but I don't know if it's just Public Works that works on the riverfront planters, but you could also have a weeding day in conjunction with that, if people in preparation of planting, because with planting, you're going to have to, you know, have some money.
Well, but actually, you know, what I would say to that, Rick, is that we have compost that is available from Recology that I can get for you guys, and that would be free of charge.
Yeah,
getting plants. If you have a little bit of a budget, you spend $100 or maybe a couple $100, we might be able to ask the landscape maintenance district to assist with offering up some plants, or maybe they may be plants or flowers somewhere. They provided the plants last time. So like I said, once we start deciding kind of where we want to go and what we want to do, and we don't have to figure this out right now, but once you guys have a conversation about really what you think you want to do and how you want to move forward, then we can start looking at who we can contact with to make things happen.
Okay, I think in regards to the planters, one thing we would have to find out is if the irrigation has been turned off, because I know they put it on pause for certain. They've put them on pause for Virginia Street in December when we had all that rain, but unfortunately, the rain has not kept up. So we would need to find out if the irrigation is turned back on in those planters. And then, you know, weeding is a great, easy thing to do. You know,
well, right.
Getting prepared.
Right. And weeding and making those planters look nice down on the waterfront would be a great Beautify Vallejo Day project. And maybe that's where you want to focus your attention. But it's the commission it's the commission getting together and deciding. And I know, like, you only have one more meeting to really figure it out. And so maybe a lesser project this year, but I would like to put it on your mind going forward, because if you start planning for next year, this year, then you will be in a much better position. And so that's where if you have those goal setting meetings, you at the beginning of your, you know, year, whatever you do, whenever you guys decide, you have a goal setting meeting, it's really, really helpful, because then you can outline the projects that you guys would like to see moving forward and what your priorities were. And I can provide Shelley with our goal setting notes, and maybe that'll give her some ideas as well to help you guys and kind of how you might want to maneuver.
Okay, I thank you, Derek, for your time. I know you have to get to school. And then we can have a discussion with the commission and see how everyone's feeling about this. Either way, something is happening on the 26th. And we'll
Okay. And if you need any help from me, please don't hesitate to reach
I
out.
appreciate that.
I'm here to be a resource, and I will provide you with our notes from our goal setting meetings as well. All right.
Great. Thank you, Derek.
All right.
Okay, so the report of the secretary. So just a couple of weeks ago, with the launch or the launch of the beta version of our new city website, it's still undergoing some changes and links are being updated and things like that. We do have a community volunteer and event calendar now that's on our volunteer page. And the link is here in this report. If you know of community events happening that are in need of volunteers or have volunteers and they want publicity for the event, they can send that request to me to upload onto that calendar. And then we push those messages out through our city newsletter and social media channels. So if you hear of anything, please let me know and we'll get that up and loaded because we want these events to be well attended by our community members. Also, the next large cleanup that is happening, which we just discussed, is March 26th. But between now and then, we have a series of events happening. One being this next weekend, this next Saturday. It's Sunset Rotary is hosting a cleanup at 100 Admiral Callahan Lane. And they will be hosting out of that parking lot where the post office is and cleaning along Admiral Callahan and the intersection of Tennessee and on down that stretch. So we're expecting a good turnout. And if you feel like getting out for a couple of hours, it will start at 9 a.m. and be done by about noon. And the community tool trailer will be there. Treats will be provided and all the tools you'll need for the cleanup. And that's all I have at this point.